Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Thiruvarutpayan, verse number 41. We have already completed 4 chapters and today we are going to move on to the 5th chapter. We have already discussed about the ability of grace or the characteristics or the supremacy of grace. Now, in this particular chapter, what we are going to discuss about is when that particular grace takes a form and comes in front of us, how will that look like? So, we are going to talk about grace getting a form, which is none other than a guru. That is what our discussion is going to continue for the next 10 verses. Let's look at the first verse in Arul, Nilai, which is the form of grace. The first verse goes this way. Ariyamai nindru alithathey kaanum kuriyaaga neengaatha. As in, if you look at the way how the Supreme is telling us something, informing us something, we would always be saying, hey, something told me, something, my gut feel, my intuitiveness. We give all sort of names, even we give the name as animal instinct. But actually, if you look at it, it is not an animal instinct. It is not, it is none other than grace. If you have a deeper thought about it, why certain people have that animal instinct and why the other people are not having the so-called animal instinct. So, there is something beyond that, right? And that is what we call it as the grace. Now, what is the behavior of this grace? What is the form of this grace? That is what we call it as guru. A guru is someone who removes our darkness. Someone who is there to remove our darkness and give us the bright source of light. When we say bright source, it is none other than knowledge. So, when you look at that point of view, when we analyze it from that point of view, it is very, very vivid that whatever we are talking about around us, it's in a form of grace, right? Now, let's look at this verse now. All along, the grace is within us. That is what we call it as intuitiveness. We call it as animal instinct, whatever. It is within us and it has been telling us, informing us in a very subtle manner. But the moment we are ready for taking up the actual information, we are ready to absorb the actual information, what happens is the grace which was within us and which was trying to inform us from within takes a form and he comes outside of us. It is the actual Supreme, the Almighty, in the form of, disguised in the form of Guru. Now, we may also have this question, is it going to be the same for all sort of lives? Because we have already seen the soul. There are 3 categories of souls and we have been talking about that as Sagalar, Vijnanagalar and Pralayagalar. Actually, the order is Sagalar, Pralayagalar and Vijnanagalar. So, we have been talking about that the soul which has got all the 3 entanglements as Arnavam, Karmam and Maya. When a soul has all the 3, they are called as Sagalar. Only when 2 of these are there, 2 entanglements are there, as in without Maya, only Karma and Arnavam is there. Those kind of souls are called as Pralayagalar, and only one entanglement, the soul with only one entanglement, which is Arnavam, is called as Vijnanagalar. Just as a recap, we have already discussed this in the 2nd chapter, just as a small recap. Now, if you look at it, what happens with Vijnanagalar is the Almighty, the grace, stands within us and tries to explain whatever it wants us. It was guiding us, basically that's the right word probably. It guides us in our path. Now, Pralayagalar and Sagalar, do we mean to say that the someone from within is not informing us? Of course it is informing, but just that we are not tuned to receive it. It is as good as a frequency. Are we tuning ourselves to receive that frequency? The answer is no. So, what happens is the Supreme, the grace which was within, just takes a form and comes in front of us without any disguise. As in, Lord Shiva, in the form of Lord Shiva, will come in front of us for the in-between category, which we call it as a pralayagalar. Now imagine there's a person coming in front of us with all the snake and all these and eyes on the forehead, and there's a small little deer in his hand and whatever. If you look at that kind of a form, if he comes in front of us right now, do we think we can take it up? Especially if the snake is alive, we would just be, just get out of that place in a jiffy, right? Because we don't have the confidence, we are very scared of it. Now imagine, it's not possible for him to come as such in front of us because we don't have that kind of a capacity. So what he does is he disguises himself in the form of Guru, and he's coming in front of us for Sagalar. So when you talk about Sagalar, he comes in the form of a Guru. In the form of, for the second category, which is called as Pralayagalar, he comes as such in his own form. And for Vijnanagalar, which is the supreme level, for them he's not coming externally, but he is within, and he's trying to inform whatever it needs to be informed on, or rather he is the one guiding us in that path. So the next question is, when did he do this? And that's the answer. He said he never separated from us. He was all along with us, just that now only because we are ready, we are tuning ourselves to receive his frequency, he is coming in front of us. That is what today's verse is all about. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.